Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review. This time we're going to take a look at a Transformers Prime Beast Hunters figure. It's a deluxe figure, and it's Smokescreen. Yeah, I was waiting for this guy. They did a Takara version in the Season 2 line of toys that looked like crap. It was a retooled knockout figure and just looked god-awful. I was so disappointed with that, and I was afraid that was the one that we were going to get. It had the big giant plugs for weapons and just looked like utter garbage. But fortunately, that is not what we got. We get a Beast Hunters figure here in the United States, which looks very cool. Very nice. I was very excited to see this. I didn't think this was going to come out. And it's a new mold, and it doesn't have the pointy bits that Wheeljack and Bumblebee have in the revamp version of their figures for this line, and I was really excited about that. So yeah, definitely cool. This figure came out and I was waiting for him. I really dig him. I liked how they kind of turned him into a hot rod character in Transformers Prime Season 3 here at the beginning. They kind of, he's the Matrix is choosing him as Prime is dying kind of thing. Very Hot Rod-like, and his character is very much like Hot Rod, which is interesting. They did that with Smokescreen. So, yeah, here he is in package. He's got this weird thing hanging over the top of him that's supposed to be some kind of armor or something. It's actually just the rubber piece that goes over the vehicle, and very odd that they use a picture of the toy here in the alt mode instead of artwork from the show. That's very different from the last line of figures. And again, the packaging very small, very compact, which is very different, which should reduce the cost of shipping and production and everything, and it's still more expensive. I don't get that. The figures have gone up in price. They're getting smaller, the packaging is getting smaller, but the figures continue to go up. Come on. Really? I was a little disappointed in that. So, but yeah, here he is with his weapons. Electronet launcher included, whatever the hell that means. We got the Smokescreen, Autobot logo, watch it on the hub. We got the picture of Predaking over here. The typical box for it. It's nothing huge, nothing different. Nothing on the side. Well, you got these tech specs here, which if you want to pause and look at those, you can. Again, no digital artwork, just a picture of the toy there. Very strange. Nothing on that side, nothing on the top. On the bottom, we've got Starscream, Bulkhead, and Ripclaw. I've just done a review on Ripclaw. Starscream looks like crap. Soundwave looks like crap. Bumblebee looks like crap. And Wheeljack is probably the best looking Autobot. Bulkhead doesn't look too bad. I'm tempted to pick him up, but I don't know if I'm going to. He reminds me a lot of Brawn in this mode. They really just should have called him Brawn. So I don't know if I'll pick him up or not. I might. I don't know. Looking at his technical data, his strength is a 5. Yeah, sounds right. Intelligence of an 8. I don't know if I'd go that high. Maybe a 7. He is bright, but he's not that bright, I don't think. Speed of an 8. Yes, agreed. Endurance of a 6. Sounds right. Rank of a 7. Way too high. He should be like a 3 or a 4. He's at the bottom of the list for the Autobots. Courage of a 9. Definitely. Very courageous guy. Fire Blast of a 7 seems a bit high. That should probably be about a 5 or a 6. Skill of an 8. Again, probably should be about a 5 or a 6, I think. Looking at the back of the package, here's what the back of the package looks like. You got all the Autobots down there, including Cliffjumper, who has been dead for 3 seasons. Here he is in robot mode. Here he's in vehicle mode. Here's a really crappy bio for the character because he has an Electronet launcher. And he has Shadow Quill armor. Shadow Quill. Quill. Really? Quills? Because it has a couple little bits, so he has like an ink pen armor thing. I don't know. Just really stupid. I don't like that. Very dumb. He is Series 2. He is figure number 8. This Autobot Trickster strikes quickly, then disappears behind a black puff of magnetic smoke. Trickster. He's not really a trickster. He's young, he's energetic, he's kind of a hot shot, no pun intended. He's trying to prove himself. He's not a trickster, he doesn't play pranks. The only time he's done a prank was with what's his name? The boy, and they threw a bunch of burgers and fries at some jerk's car. So yeah, I don't really get that. Magnetic smoke. That's interesting. I wonder if that's going back to the old Smokescreen. That might. I'll have to go back and look at the old bios on that character. And that would make sense. I mean, the magnetic smoke hanging around a vehicle, hanging around Decepticon. I can see like the Seekers flying through and it's sticking. I think that's right. I think it goes back to the G1. So I'm gonna dig that one. I like that one definitely. And then of course you got IDW with the little gotcha tag there. So yeah, overall, really digging the character in the package. Let's get this guy out of the box, take a look at him, and see what we think. All right, so here we have Smokescreen out of package, and this is what he looks like in his robot mode with all of his crap. Yeesh. I was not a fan of Mech Tech. This stuff is pretty bad. Fortunately, it's not as craptastic. It's just rubber bits. Yeah, this is supposed to be some kind of armor. I think they just try to find something to do with it in robot mode. So all you have to do is kind of pull it off. It's not that hard to get off. It's more difficult to get it onto the figure. I don't know why you'd want to put it on there. But looking at it, I mean, it's obviously going to go on the front of the vehicle mode. It's a bra. That's all it is. It's a car bra. It's crap. Don't like it. Whatever. And then you have his weapon. It looks like a tennis racket. It's supposed to be some kind of net thing. I think it was Pew. His video had talked about these little pieces are going to be able to merge together to make other combo weapons. Yeah, so he's got his gun. You push the button, it launches the missile with that tennis racket looking thing on there. Fortunately, that does come off, which is nice. And then you can just create a normal gun for the guy. So we're going to do that. We like that. We like normal weapons. And there he is without the rubber garbage on him. And he has a normal looking gun. That's how he's going to sit on my shelf. The rubber, that's going to go into a box somewhere, never to be seen again. So yeah, there he is. You know, I dig the character. I really like him. I think this is 100-fold better than the Takara version that was released during Season 2. The really, really awful, awful, awful knockoff remold. That was just the biggest piece of crap I've ever seen. And just disgusted by it. So, you know, looking at him, I mean, the head sculpt is pretty decent. It's very close. It's not exact. We do have the doors on the side with the 38s. Unfortunately, they're more pinned back. I would like to be able to get these a little further out, but you know, it is what it is kind of deal. He doesn't have a lot of robot kibble anywhere, which is nice. I mean, from that point, I mean, he looks pretty decent. All of his kibble is hanging off of his arms here and his legs and feet, which is kind of a different way for them to store all that robot kibble junk stuff. So that's a little different. Definitely kind of interesting. He's got kind of that rumble thing going on with, it almost looks like a face right there. Very, very interesting. But he also has the swivel in his hips. That's very cool. I'm really, really digging that. The Predacon Ripclaw had that, which was very, very cool. So you can get some decent poses out of this guy, like so. Dun dun dun. So that's very cool. I'm very, very digging that. I do like the robot character. I think it's very cool. I think it's a decent look. Color scheme's pretty okay compared to the show. It's not the best. It's not 100% show accurate, but you know what? It works. And I would actually, you know, Smokescreen, the original series, G1, was more of a solemn character, a more serious character. This guy is more like a hot shot or a hot rod in this series, and that's okay. Do a little dance, make a little noise, get down tonight. Get down tonight. You know, and that's okay. I don't mind that. And he was a repaint. There was Prowl, Smokescreen, and Blue Streak were basically Jazz. They were basically all the same character. I would not mind getting repaints of this guy in those molds. Maybe put some different head sculpts on him, at least for Jazz. Prowl and Blue Streak, you could leave the same one on there. And I mean, this works good, especially with Prowl being the Cyber Ninja in Transformers Animated. You could really pull it off with this one too. Use that, maybe that's color scheme, or maybe just make that 2 versions. Do a Cyber Ninja Prowl with the animated color scheme of black and gold, and then do a G1 Prowl. That'd be pretty awesome. So that might be a fun little repaint scheme. Pick a couple of these guys up and repaint them that way. I think that'd be kind of fun, be kind of cool. So yeah, pretty neat. We're really digging that. He does have some light piping on him. Ta-da! As you can see, pretty good light piping. The only issue is if you get up, and I don't know if this camera is going to pick it up or not, if you actually look at the face, there's a lot of yellow plastic still kind of hanging around the cheeks, which is a bit unfortunate, but being that it's a very narrow face, not too terribly surprising. But yeah, I mean, his head rotates around. He actually has a lot of really good posability, more so than some of the other characters of the series toy line. So that's pretty cool. Definitely digging the robot mode. So let's look at the vehicle mode and see what we think. Here we have Smokescreen in his vehicle mode, and I gotta say, I am digging it. Very cool. They did a great job with this vehicle mode. Very sports car-like, very race car-like. Lots of detail, and they fixed problems from the first line with some of these holes and these gaps. Like, I mean, we've got plugs to put in for weapons, but they're smoothed out. They do not detract from the vehicle at all, which is absolutely amazing. I just love the look of it. He looks very Ferrari, Lambo looking. Very cool. We got lots of cool little detail up front. I love the plastic, clear plastic headlights on there with the under pieces. We've got the 38. We got the nice paint job, paint scheme on it. Unlike the Takara figures that are using stickers, which I hate that they did that. At least Hasbro is still painting the figure, and that's nice. Nice detail on the wheels. It's all black, which is fine. I'd like a little paint on the fog lamps up here, but it is what it is. And same thing with the back. I mean, we got a license plate and tailpipes, and no paint there. That's a pretty typical. We got these nice little vents on the back there. The paint scheme runs across the entire thing. And the other nice thing is the underneath, on the undercarriage, they added a little detail down there, which is very, very cool. Transformation is not that difficult. I was able to do it without instructions, and it's an interesting transformation. It's a fun transformation. This thing really reminds me, kind of harkens back to the G1 figures on how it transforms, which is very cool. Again, I'd love to see this guy in a jazz paint job, blue streak, a prowl. I would even mind seeing this guy as a hot rod. I mean, he could do hot rod too, even hot shot. I mean, you could repaint this in a stream of different characters and do some minor head changes on a few of them. And, I think this would be really cool. I mean, you could keep the same head sculpt for Hot Rod, Blue Streak, and Prowl. You could do a new head sculpt for Hot Shot and Jazz. And, I think it would work. It'd be really cool. You could do 2 versions of Prowl. Do the animated gold and black ninja version. You could do the G1. You could do the Jazz paint scheme. You can do Hot Rod. You could do Hot Shot. I mean, this is a great little figure. I hope we see more of this figure, not just this one piece. And this is probably my favorite figure thus far out of the Beast Hunters line. Definitely. I was really, really surprised by it. Now, let's see here. So this bra thing, how does this pop on here? Like thus. It just kind of sticks on. Yeah, whatever. I don't particularly care for it. It's got the little spikes like Bumblebee and Wheeljack has, but fortunately it's just on the bra. I mean, it looks okay. It looks better in the vehicle mode than it does on the robot. That's for sure. And of course, you can put his little weapon up there, and if you want to use little tennis net thing, whatever. I don't particularly care for that. So, yeah, is what it is. You can add other weapons on there. Just for some reason, I want to see a rub decal, an Autobot rub decal on there. No Autobot logos on this guy at all, much like some of the other Transformers Prime figures. Very interesting. But yeah, overall, definitely pretty cool. I'd recommend picking him up. He's definitely one of the better ones. He's a cool figure. He'd be fun for repaints, and he's a decent size as far as deluxes go. He poses very well, and just an all-around really nice surprise figure. So there he is, Smokescreen from Transformers Prime Beast Hunters. Thanks for watching, guys, and look for more videos in the future.